After 20 years of being on top of the WWE, the inevitable finally happened. At WWE Elimination Chamber 2025, John Cena finally turned heel on WWE Champion Cody Rhodes by siding with the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Travis Scott for some reason. John Cena is probably the most pushed superstar in WWE history, with most of his 20-year run being heavily booed by the fans. After years of trying to get fans to finally cheer John Cena, it's happened, and of course, once it happens, Cena turns heel and is met with boos. After announcing his retirement last year, everybody has been clamoring for one last run from Cena with him on top, and now that we're here, he's turned heel and turned his back on the fans. What does this mean? Where could this go? Where should it go? Why was Travis Scott involved? Well, I'm Josh from Just Mash. Let's figure it out. John Cena won the men's Elimination Chamber match by taking advantage of CM Punk after Seth Rollins' attack on him, which gives him the right to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. After Cody Rhodes rejected The Rock's offer to buy his soul, Cena seemingly has taken The Rock up on that offer and turned heel on Cody Rhodes. As a wrestling fan since 2005, a heel John Cena is not something I ever thought we would see. At one point, I wanted it heavily, but then kind of came around to the idea of liking the fact that he never turned heel, even thinking that we were past the point of it being necessary. But here we are. This is our generation's Hulk Hogan turning on WCW and joining the NWO. This retirement tour is something that I've been excited about for a very long time, and I think Cena is someone at the stature that deserves a retirement tour. But now, everything has changed. The story is being rewritten, and we have no idea what comes next. I don't know that this is the thing that fans most wanted to see for this storyline, but it is certainly the most interesting route that WWE could have picked for John Cena. By doing what he did, Cena has instantly become one of the biggest heels in pro wrestling history with just one moment. Let's talk about the segment. I liked the overall execution of this, sans Travis Scott, but we'll get to that. Having Cody stand up to The Rock, having it seem like Cody and Cena were going to embrace and have this friendly rivalry going into WrestleMania, having The Rock make the call and Cena go from happy-go-lucky John Cena to Stone Cold Killer. No pun intended. The other thing I like about this story is that everyone involved has very clear motivations, and it's just the first night of this story. Cody is the guy finally at the top of the mountain. He is the man of the people, the modern people's champion. He can't sell his soul to The Rock because he gave his soul to the people. The Rock, the final boss, someone who has always been loved and revered by the fans, the original People's Champion, had that title revoked last year and given to Cody Rhodes when the fans chose Cody over The Rock for WrestleMania. Because of that, he's scorned, and he wants to do everything he can to take Cody from the fans and make them his. John Cena, the former top guy, the aging hero that was once at the top of the mountain and now can't get a win to save his life. He's made it clear what he wants out of this final run. He wants to be the champion one last time. He wants to break the record and be a 17-time WWE champion. He's realized he can't get the job done with his old methods, and he has to unlock a new sick side of himself. And Travis Scott is famous, I guess. I don't know what his part of the story is. I joke about the Travis Scott thing, but seriously, what reason was he there for? I get it, he's famous, he brings eyes to the product, but ultimately he is an outsider to the company. He is a celebrity that would not have been caught dead at a WWE show 10 years ago. Why was he there for one of the most pivotal moments in WWE history? I'd like to sit there and be like, well, it's not a big deal, but think about it. Every time that this clip is replayed for years and years to come, 50 years from now when they do a top 50 biggest moments in WWE history clip, he will be involved in this. And he could not have cared less about what was happening. He was drinking his drink, burning the sage, just standing there looking at the crowd, so bored and disinterested. What was he there for? It is what it is. Already happened. I will let the countless other people complain about that on Twitter and YouTube that inevitably will. Let's focus on the actual segment. We rarely see blood in WWE these days, so I felt like that was a very effective thing to see it on Cody Rhodes. Having Cena just relentlessly beat down Cody, have The Rock whip him with the weight belt that has his dad's death date on it. This was a very, very effective segment, and a lot of people, myself included, wondered why it was main eventing the pay-per-view, but now we know. So, now we have babyface Cody Rhodes versus heel John Cena with the final boss Rock looming in the distance for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. From where I'm sitting, I think that's the biggest main event in WrestleMania history, which is ironic because last year, Cody vs. Roman was the other biggest main event in WrestleMania history. There's plenty of flaws in WWE's product, but you can't say that hype building is one of them. I've not been as critical of WWE's build to WrestleMania this year. To me, it's kind of a slow build, kind of letting things simmer, telling a lot of different stories and avenues for matches, and then kind of having them all culminate at once. A lot of people don't like that approach, and I do get that, but I actually like the unpredictability of this year's WrestleMania card. Now, there's a lot that WWE can do with a heel John Cena. The first option to me is the lamest option, and that is to have Cena lose to Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania. To me, if Cena loses, you can't really do much with the rest of the heel turn, and he kind of has to turn back into a face. You could definitely do that, definitely get the fans back on his side, but ultimately that would be a waste. The other thing you could do is have John Cena defeat Cody Rhodes with the help of The Rock and cheat, and that would be fine. That would make him a good slimy heel for the rest of his run, but that's also not what I want to see. I want to see John Cena, the 5 moves of doom, the Super Cena, be who he has always been, and I want him to squash Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and win the WWE Championship all by himself. The thing that people hated about John Cena when he was on top was that he was this unbeatable Superman. Having him finally be the heel that we've all wanted him to be and having him just have to cheat to win, that's not what he should do. He should mow down Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. He should take out young up-and-comers like Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, DIY. He should have these big main event showdowns with people like CM Punk and Randy Orton from his past at major pay-per-views and demolish them. And ultimately, to truly solidify how much of a heel he is, he should go back on his word and not retire. I think they should build him up for his last match in December. Take somebody like Cody Rhodes, come in for the second chance. This is finally when Cody's going to beat Cena and send him into retirement and have him lose again. Have Cena take the mic, say, you know what, I was going to retire, but instead I'm going to be like Roman Reigns. I'm going to come in, call my shot when I want to, and be the champion that I've wanted to be. Now, what I would do is have him take it to WrestleMania and then retire. But what I would do is either build Cody up for a third match where he wins, or take someone like Braun Breaker. Give him the Royal Rumble. Give him a crazy year. Have him dethrone Cena in the main event of WrestleMania and make him actually retire. Having Cena call a shot earlier last year and say he wants to retire in December, 2025's last year, I get it. But I do think having Cena retire in the main event of WrestleMania is something that should happen. Have him extend this run to April of 2026 and have him do it there. And ultimately, you can build up a new face like Braun Breaker in the process by having him defeat Cena and become the new John Cena for the next 20 years. Another wrinkle to this story that I think could be cool is to have Cena actually grapple with the evil. Show the wear and tear on his soul that he sold to The Rock. I'm not saying do the cinema and ring stuff that the Bloodline does, but have Cena grapple with his actions. Even maybe have him say he's not proud of what he did, but he had to do it. It's what's best for business. Really, to me, I just want something fresh, exciting, and unpredictable out of John Cena's last run in the WWE. Too often do we as fans feel like we can kind of call the shots and see what's going to happen. I think WWE pulling the rug out from under us like this is great, and I would love to see more of it throughout this year. From Jey Uso winning the Rumble in a shock to Cena turning heel, who knows what WrestleMania could be this year. That's just what I want to happen. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. I've been Josh from Just Smash. Until next time.